Hello, how are you? I'm glad to be back and I'm glad you're here with me. So, I hope that you are walking 10 to 20 minutes a day. I hope you're meditating 5 to 10 minutes prayer or meditating or both, 5 to 10 minutes or more a day. And you're doing your journaling and the exercises. The exercises, it's not more important than any of that, but that's what we're doing here, the exercises every day. So I videotaped that and put that up. So I'm going to go ahead and video record today the chair exercises that people can do if they cannot do the standing exercises. So at any point, if you're unable to do so because of an injury or fatigue, you can do exercises in a chair. And also, uh, if someone has, just can't do the standing exercises, if they're elderly or disabled, then there's a lot that you can do in the chair. So we're on page 22, Tai Chi Gung 101, how to build a foundation of Qi in, through, and around your physical body. And this includes the mind, breath, movement, and nutrition. Rasaji's Circle of Life Seminar. During a Circle of Life seminar, Rasaji takes the time to cover the Qi itself and the 8 aspects of the Circle of Qi in detail, presented in short form in this book. With over 52 years of training and over 40 years of teaching experience in the Tai Chi Gung system, Rasaji speaks with genuine authority about the benefits of doing Tai Chi Gung, and he is able to speak to the needs of those who participate in the day of the event, on the day. Each group, each individual brings special circumstances to the seminar and therefore has direct impact on what Rasaji is able to share on that day. For those with specific and more personal issues and goals, private sessions by phone or in person can also be arranged. Here are some reactions from participants. Martha says, "Thank you for a riveting experience yesterday. I experienced a truly exceptional presentation from you. Several things stand out. Your obvious knowledge, your flawless verbiage, and the Tai Chi elements were so great in keeping us exercised and demonstrating the value of your subject matter. My feeling emotionally today is one of excitement about life, aging, and the anticipation of new things happening. Thank you for your dedication to your life's purpose." Dean says, "To be honest, I had low expectations and was not really looking forward to the day." Wow, was I wrong. Lack of knowledge certainly fed my negativity. This was so much fun and a wonderful learning environment. You kept my attention the entire time, and I truly look forward to a second and third session. That's so funny. I've dragged people to things like this, and they're like, oh God. But at the end of the day, they're like, that was cool. I liked it, and I learned something. So if someone's trying to drag you somewhere, just go and you'll have more fun than you think. Julie says, "From the information I received today, I feel like I've moved forward more with growth in my life than the whole last year, or maybe 2 years. Thank you, Rasaji, for this experience. To learn more, visit rasaji.com. You'll quickly understand how profound this event is and what it can do to uplift you, your loved ones, your organization, or your community." So I need to look into that. Chapter 2, The Mind. Almost any discussion of the mind must be willing to look to the foundations of yoga practice in India. For well over 5,000 years, the yoga adepts have studied the mind and harvested the fruits of intelligent and powerful thought. The yogis consider proper use of the mind to be one of the very basic fundamental aspects of being human. Since Tai Chi Gung was born out of yoga and nature, oh gosh, not my vehicle. Since it was born out of yoga and nature, the wisdom of the mind and regenerative thought from this yoga practice is also a part of the circle of Qi. If you were to enroll in a course called Mind 101, the instructor would present this concept to you on your very first day of class. Those who understand the mind know that it plays a critical role in absolutely everything that moves from the invisible or unmanifested world, the world that we call spirit or energy, to the visible or manifested world, the world that we call the physical domain. Just as vast amounts of energy spin and swirl through the Milky Way galaxy, so also tremendous energy spins through your energy or spirit body. In a healthy human being, this energy body extends 7 feet in all directions, emanating from the sternum. It forms a sphere not unlike the three-dimensional model of the, I'm sorry, yeah, not unlike or like the three-dimensional model of the atom with a nucleus surrounded by protons and neutrons. The sphere not only surrounds your body but penetrates it into and moves through it. In part, your mind is actually housed in your spirit or energy body itself. Okay, wow. So I'm going to read that again. In part, your mind is actually housed in your spirit or energy body itself. It is the activity of the mind through that spirit body that determines two important things. First, it determines your level of awareness of or health consciousness. And second, it determines how much energy and the quality of energy that is available to you. Because of the nature of the mind and its capacity to change, your level of awareness and how much energy and the quality of that energy available to you can literally change at any particular moment. The mind controls how much energy and the quality of energy that you're going to have at your fingertips at any given time for your physical health, including all the activity working on a biological and molecular level. The mind also controls how much energy and the quality of energy that is available for your psychological health, which includes your emotional body. So the mind has tremendous influence on the health and well-being of any human being. This is true whether that individual is conscious of the influence of their mind or ignorant of its function. The basic premise of the mind to group, I'm sorry, the basic premise of the mind to grasp and the first tool of its proper use is this: thought is creative. And that's how God created. He was there, he had a thought, he spoke the thought, and then it manifested. That's how he created. And that's in Genesis of the Bible. So he said, hey, stars, moon, sun, it happened. Day and night, it happened. He had the thought. So if you don't have the thought first, you'll never say it, and then you never manifest it. So if you're like, I wanted to go back to massage therapy school, I wanted to learn Reiki, I wanted to learn reflexology. And so I was thinking about it and I started researching it and analyzing and seeking who teaches it and how much it cost and all of that. And then I decided, okay, I want to do this, and I moved forward and I did it and I made it happen. Well, if I never ever thought about Reiki or never had the desire or thought to learn massage or reflexology, I wouldn't do it. So you can't do something without the thought first. So there's thought form, and then you speak it, you put action and energy into it, and then it manifests. It's everything in the world. If you understand this concept, you are already somewhat enlightened. One recent discovery about the mind from the field of psychology revealed that an average human being thinks about 60,000 to 100,000 thoughts a day. Wow, no wonder we're tired. No wonder we can't sleep. Our mind is racing. Someone with this many daily thoughts would be considered by a yogi adept to be quite unenlightened. We're just, our thoughts are everywhere and bouncing off. Did I did this or did I did that? The conversation I had the other day, I should have said this and wonder why they said that. What did that mean? I need to go talk to that person. Did I take the dogs out? What am I going to have for lunch? Oh, my finger hurts. We're like all over the place. Should call my mom. I should call my friend. No, yeah, I wonder what they're doing. It's just crazy how we think. So, an aware being or a spirituality transformative being usually uses much fewer thoughts on a daily basis. In fact, the more evolved a master is, the less thoughts that they actually use. Cool. So, we need to slow our thoughts down, manage our mind and thoughts and energy, and become more enlightened, which is smarter. That's nice. It is a valuable concept to consider. In the next chapter on the breath, we will discuss in some depth how breathing slowly and rhythmically actually puts space between your thoughts. And when you have space between the physical and the spiritual, that's when it happens. That's very good. On a practical level, the idea to focus on when beginning to master the mind is this: emphasize improving the quality of your thoughts first, and consider yourself with the quantity of your thoughts later. In the beginning, it is not a matter of how many thoughts that you are breathing into existence. It is a matter of how successful you are at consciously determining the quality of your thoughts. So, yeah, if all of your thoughts are bad, doesn't matter if you have one or 1,000, that's where your focus is. So, if your thoughts are good, then yes. So, the quality and the quantity is what we're working on, our thoughts. One of the most extreme uses of the mind, which the world often teaches, and which a human being can mistakenly buy into, is to use the mind to conceive yourself that you are separate from the chi or spirit. We're never separate from the Holy Spirit. We're never separate from our spirit. So we all have, God breathes the spirit of life into us, the breath of life. And so, yeah, very nice. This, more than any other thought, accelerates the aging process and the disease in the body. Wow. So if you think you're separate, or if you are separate from your chi, or your energy, then that's where the disease steps in. All illness can be traced back to the depression that is entertained when a being imagines that they are separate from the divine. Wow, so we're not, so when we disconnect from God, He's always there. He never disconnects or leaves us. He's always present. He's in us. But when we disconnect, so our physical body disconnects from our spirit, the Holy Spirit and God, then that's when we get sick in the mind, in the body, in the heart. Everything starts going down. Another very revealing habit determined by psychologists is very important when learning to transform and use your mind in a powerful way. Where you are a where were you I'm sorry. Were you aware that most people think 80 to 90% of the same thoughts today as they thought yesterday? I don't. You did. And did you know that a majority of the human race thinks the same thoughts today that they thought a year ago, and that a high percentage of those thoughts are the same thoughts that they entertained 5 to 10 years ago? No, not me. I There are some thoughts that are the same because they're programmed into our daily life. Basic needs, eating, and taking care of business, paying bills, this and that. That has to be in our thoughts. So that 3D life that we have to take care of, that's it. But we have to continue to grow our mind and our thoughts, and by reading and learning and praying and meditating, and yes, we should all desire that. Yeah, if you're watching the same shows, the same movies, having the same conversations over and over again, and you're not putting anything new into your life or your routine, then you are shortening your lifespan. Yes. That phenomenon has some fascinating implications for physical health. Most biochemists, biologists, and medical professionals agree that the body replaces an extraordinary number of cells on a daily basis. In fact, on a cellular level, they have determined that your body is never more than 7 years old. Wow, it's constantly recycling itself, regenerating itself. In one sense, it is incredibly exciting to learn that you will initially have a completely new body in 7 years. Every cell will have been replaced in that period of time. It is astounding to know that on a molecular level, you are actually never more than about 11 months old. Oh my gosh, because the cells dying and replicating and grow. Wow, generating. Very interesting. So we're 14 minutes into it. Yes, that's enough reading. And gosh, that's just like 3 pages. So It is taking longer to get through the book that I thought, which is good because we have to read it for 45 days. Thank you very much. I'm going to do the exercises, and if y'all have any questions, let me know. Hopefully the video didn't have any issues with the sound today, and you can hear everything that I said and read. I love you. Mwah. Bye.